Hello and welcome to the live stream for today, living that island life. We should be live now. If you guys can see me, if you can hear me, let me know. That would be fantastic. Make sure all of the audio levels are lovely. That would be very much appreciated. It looks like we have a couple people waiting already, which is fantastic. I just need to adjust a couple of things. Make sure that my wheel of names is in the correct spot. Looks good to me. Perfect. All right, before we jump into today's episode, I would like to quickly check on which golden coconuts, golden walnuts we have not found yet. So Stardew app is the tool that I use to actually do this. So if I just quickly upload my save real quick, 1 second, I will share this with you guys in just a minute. It is the most recent save, which should be this one, and I can drag that right into there. I know you guys can't see yet. That is okay. There we go. Now you should have it. All right, this is our progress so far. And the one thing that I am curious about is golden walnuts. So you can see we haven't found the island north bush, which is behind a coconut tree on the east side in front of the volcano. We haven't found a whole bunch of the field office things yet. That's fine. Island west buried is near the tidal pool, so we'll need to go and grab that. And we haven't unlocked the cove yet, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. Keysol and Rosalie Watson, hello, hello, hello. And Keysol is now also over on Twitch, which is fantastic. I hope you guys are doing well. I appreciate you jumping onto both, Keysol. It helps out the channel a lot. If you guys want to check me out on Twitch, there should be a link in the chat in just a second, assuming that my bot gets it done. And for those of you over on Twitch, if you would like to watch on YouTube, there is a link there as well. Fantastic. So yeah, it looks like most of the things we actually can't get yet, but we are close. So Island Cove, we don't have to worry about. We're mostly concerned about these two, right? Island North Bush, behind a coconut tree on east side in front of the volcano, and Island West buried near the tidal pools between blue and yellow starfish, initially blocked by a boulder. So we'll have to look for both of those. And then the rest is, yeah, I think pretty much I did a pretty good job of finding most of them, if I do say so myself. So I'm pretty happy with that. But how are you guys today? What's been going on? I am doing pretty good. I'm having a good time. I will quickly just throw this out onto Discord. Let me stop sharing my display real quick. Perfect. That should be good. Smashing my head against the wall, doing an all-ghost Pokemon run on Poke MMO. So I might not be very chatty. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. That sounds interesting. I haven't played Poke MMO, but it sounds interesting. Tell me about it. I want to know about Poke MMO. I really do. I want to know about that. So if you could share, that would be fantastic. I could look it up, but you know, I'm lazy. So let me just get this out on Discord real quick. Also live on YouTube here. That is not the link to my stream. That is a link to my saves folder. So sorry, this will be just a moment longer. Just have to grab myself a link. It's exactly what it sounds like. Pokemon game in the style of an MMO. Is it actually an MMO though? Generations 1 to 5. I definitely prefer Pokemon games that are older generations because I definitely did not keep up. I definitely did not keep up even a little bit. Grab the link and throw that into Discord. Perfect. That should be good. Should be good to go. All right. Hopefully everything sounds, feels, and looks good. If not, you can buy and sell Pokemon and items, including TMS. Cool. I might have to check that out. That sounds like it would consume a large portion of my life. if I'm being completely honest. Maybe it's best that I don't do that. I don't know. Depends how many videos you guys want. But it sounds interesting for sure. All right. Today's going to be a little bit different because the first day that we go in is going to be the last day in one of the next videos that comes out. So I'm not going to do an intro straight off the bat, and then we'll do an intro for the second day of the stream. You do need to get emulators for gens 1 to 4. Gen 5 is automatic. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I don't know Gen 5 at all. I basically know Gen 1, and that's about as good as my knowledge gets. But hey, it is what it is. All right, without further ado, it has been about 5 minutes, so let's load on in. Day 7, we're going to do the intro. This one will not get an intro. I don't know how it'll look in the video, but we'll figure it out. And I actually don't really know what the plan is. So we are going to do our best. I don't 100% remember what we were doing, but I do know that I need to bring 10 diamonds to the volcano and buy starfruit for the regular greenhouse. Those are things that I do know. So let's go. Yeah, same. All right, so we have woken up on Saturday the 6th. We do need to check the bulletin board. Willie is asking for a bunch of fish, and I don't have the time for it, Willie. I apologize. We do, however, need to check on our statues, and I think a greater chance to find coal is always nice, and we get Blessing of Waters. The first 3 fish you hook today will be much easier. We don't particularly care about that, but it is what it is. We also have Lance at our door. Good morning, Panda. I hope I'm not intruding. Not at all, my friend. I had heard from a colleague your farmland was extraordinary. The description barely did it justice. This place is breathtaking. Of course, allow me the opportunity to explain why I'm here. I received word from your guild administrator, Gil, that Marlin was looking to contract with a combat mage. After reviewing the relevant tasks and missions, I decided to accept. And I must admit, after we met on Mount Calder's Caldera, you piqued my interest. I like to get to know you better, but I travel quite often, so at the risk of being a little forward, here's my schedule. Thanks, Lance. I appreciate it. I have look up anything, so I don't particularly need that, but I appreciate it. I'll be taking my leave now. Farewell, Panda. All right, so we have Lance's schedule now. And yeah, it basically just says where he is. Do I have any room in my decorations chest? No, I do not. So for now, I guess this can live in here, and we'll worry about that later. We really don't need that, because if we go in here, we can have a look at Lance, and we can see where they're going to be. We can also look at Lance's schedule here and just have access to it. So that is not particularly important. What is important is checking our mail. I've got an unusual request. Can you keep this a secret? I want you to deliver an amethyst to Emily. It's her favorite stone. Tell her it's from me. I can absolutely do that for you, Clint, but I feel like that is going to backfire. Before we get to anything today, let's go ahead and deal with all of our animals, get all the farm work done, and then we'll figure out what we are doing with the rest of our day. Animals are all taken care of. We can go ahead and pick up our row, and then I want to quickly have a look in our greenhouse just to make sure that I do actually need to go and buy starfruit. I believe that is the case, but you know, my memory is not the best, so I just want to quickly check, and yes, we absolutely need to buy starfruit. We need to buy 6, 7, 8 times 24, which is a number. If someone in chat could do the math for me, that would be fantastic. 8 times 24. Let me just write that down real quick. Perfect. That is dealt with. Now we need to find some empty preserves jars because I actually don't think we have enough for all of this row. We may just need one more. We should be able to craft that relatively easily. If we go into here, yeah, we can absolutely make 20 of those if we needed to. So I will go ahead and throw that down, get that cooking up, and then we can go ahead and sell all of the things that we got from our animals today. We also do still have 2 ancient seeds on us that we need to deal with at some point, but that should be okay. 192, thank you very much, Rosalie. I appreciate it. And the other thing that we can do is, because we have now been to Ginger Island a couple of times, we should have a whole bunch of mussels. The question is, where did I put them? That is always the question. Where did I put my mussels? Did I leave them on Ginger Island or did I bring them? Okay, let me just mussel. We definitely have some. Yeah, we have 39 of them somewhere. There they are. Perfect. K-Town Chef, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. And we can also grab our smoked midnight carp, and that should be everything we need to complete the raccoon quest, if I can press the right button. That shouldn't be in here, but that's okay. We also need to bring Emily and Amethyst, and Abigail and Earth Crystal. So let me grab both of those out right now. Amethyst and an Earth Crystal. Get those in our inventory ready to go. And then I think the first stop is going to be down to see the raccoons. You ran into the same glitch I did last week that cost you that day. Yeah, it's frustrating. I genuinely don't understand what that button is. Also, we need to investigate that at some point. Okay, I guess we're investigating this now. I think I know what this is, and I think I might need a map. So this is a new area added by Stardew Valley Expanded, and it's basically like a little Junimo forest. You sense a magical presence deep in the forest. And I'm going to pause the game real quick. SVE Magical Forest map is what I want. Because this entire area, if I can go to this, open this up, click on the, nope, that's not what I want. Where is the map? There it is. Okay, it's tiny. Open image in a new tab, please. Yeah, so this is the map. I will share my display again. And yeah, that is the entire thing, right? So we start up here. There is a little area over to this side, if we can check that out. Then the other path is through here. So the trick here is to follow the mushrooms. That is the hint, right? And you can see these red mushrooms at all of the entrances. There's not a ton in here that we are worried about. The only place that we really want to get to is this, to pick this up, as well as down here to check out all of these huts. Right, so I'm going to open this up on my second monitor over here, and we will go ahead and try this out. So I'm going to immediately go to the left here. That will give us this. And this just says, follow the mushrooms. That was the hint, okay? From there, you can see these mushrooms. They're a little bit harder to see because, you know, it's winter. But that's okay because we have a map. So once we get to here, we want to go... Where do we want to go? I believe we want to go down and to the left. Let me drink some coffee so I move through this just that little bit faster. Opening the two of the mods menus at the same time, I believe... Yeah, I think that is what it is. And it's kind of just annoying. Alright, and then we head up this way. Head over to the left. Come down. And there are a couple of little pieces of loot here and there. I will grab one of them now. If we come down this way, we should get access to this, which is 2 pieces of elvish jewelry. It looks like we have already given that to the museum, so we don't actually need this. We can just sell it, but that is a nice 1200 gold that we didn't have before. And then we should be able to come across this way. Quite a long walk. bring us over to here. And then I believe we want to go down. And then from there, we want to go to the left and up. Come back down again. And go all the way down. And we find all of these Junimo huts. And these guys sell some pretty interesting things. We can buy ancient seeds, which is very nice. We can buy rare seeds at a much better price. A whole bunch of fall and winter seeds, as well as bluegrass starter. We can also buy prismatic shards if we want to. Diamonds, fairy stone, star shards, emeralds, rubies, all of the things. This would have been particularly useful when I was looking for that one thing the other day. We can also buy all of the legendary fish if we want to, so we can actually get multiple of them. If we wanted to buy a whole bunch of legends and just fill up a whole bunch of fish ponds, we absolutely could do that. Fossilized apples, rusty shield, amber, stone of Yoba, just a whole bunch of different things. If you don't have all of the dwarf scrolls yet, which I find hard to believe, you could in fact buy them here as well. But yeah, just a whole bunch of stuff. And if there's any of these things that we haven't donated to the museum yet, we could absolutely get them from here, which is just amazing. We also have some decorative crops, quite a few of them, if we wanted to decorate our farm a little bit further. And last but not least, we have deluxe fertilizer, which I'm tempted to get for our ancient seeds. Well, we're probably going to be processing them anyway. But hyper speed grow might be nice to get. We can also get deluxe retaining soil and magic bait. For now, I'm not going to buy anything. I do just want to quickly press F1 on this and see whether or not there are things that we haven't caught yet. And it looks like there are. Looks like in here we can buy, we can fish up both glowfish and meteor carp. So we might actually go ahead and spend a little bit of time down here just doing a spot of fishing, trying to get those fish caught. So this will probably be a time lapse in the video. We can hang out, chat if you guys want. Otherwise, I'm going to rest my voice for the rest of the video. There is our very first glowfish. I'm going to press that because I want to close something on my other monitor real quick. Second here. All right, that should be good. Now, if I want to get out of this, I actually have to tab back in. I also should stop displaying my screen. I have to tab back in and press escape so I don't accidentally reel in my fishing rod. That is the trick to getting back into that if you've tabbed out and looking at a different screen. And with that, that should be our meteor carp as well. How do these guys sell? Not terrible, but also not fantastic. I do quickly want to bring up my spreadsheet for Stardew Valley Expanded just to make sure that I am checking these things off. If we go to fishing, we just caught ourselves the... Where are they? I know they're on here somewhere. Caught ourselves... Maybe they're not on here. They should be. What did we catch? Glowfish and meteor carp. I don't see them on this list, but they're definitely fish in the game. Glowfish and meteor carp. Yeah, I don't see... Oh, there's meteor carp there. That is loved by Krobus. We don't need many of those, and there is the golden fish as well. We only need the one of them, so that should be absolutely everything we need. Now, instead of making our way out of here, we can just go ahead and use one of our farm warp totems to get back home and go from there, which should be absolutely fantastic. All right, next stop is clearing out... Oh, I meant to see the raccoons. That's the entire reason that I went down there, but let me just clear out this inventory real quick. I'm not going to worry about smoking those up. I just don't have the time for it. Let's instead head back down and see the raccoons. Hello, raccoon. Sorry, I say raccoons. There is currently only one. They are hungry and need fish. Thankfully, we have both of those things, so let's hand them in. Fantastic. Thanks, Bobo. Take this. They give us 25 powder melon seeds. We may as well go ahead and plant those up. I don't see a reason not to. And I think I will do that at the end of the day. But before we do that, I would like to go into town, see both Emily and Abigail, pat the dog, and complete a couple of these quests, right? If I can press the right button. So we need to give Abigail an earth crystal, and we need to give Emily an amethyst. Absolutely fantastic. We can absolutely do both of those things, assuming they're both in town. Abigail is up there, and Emily is in the middle of town. Perfect. All right, amethyst for Emily. Perfect. It's from Clint. I didn't get it from Clint. He gave it to me to give to you. You absolutely misunderstood that, but that is okay. And then we'll go up and see Abigail. And then I think I want to head to the desert and get ourselves some starfruit for the greenhouse. And Abigail should be up here somewhere. There she is. Go ahead and give her the earth crystal. Hello? I want to give you an earth crystal, please. Bring Abigail earth crystal. That is Abigail. That is an earth crystal. Hello? Do I have to wait for her to stop singing and dancing and doing flute things? She is going to walk to Pierre's at 8 p.m. You may not be getting an earth crystal at this rate, Abigail. I can't even talk to her. If I walk through her. Nope. Okay. Well, you're not getting an earth crystal. Sorry. If you really wanted it, you would have taken it. On that note, I am going to warp to the desert. Sorry, Abigail. Alright, and now at the desert, we can go ahead and buy ourselves a couple of seeds. It is Saturday. I don't think there's anything we need to trade in on Saturdays. So we'll just head in here. And of course, Sandy is not at the desert. Fantastic. Thanks, Sandy. I appreciate it. Alright, let's head home for the moment. And I guess we'll just go ahead and plant up these powder melon seeds that we got, right? Makes sense to me. We should be able to just do that right about here. I think that's a perfectly reasonable spot to do it. Go something like that and something like this. And then we can go ahead and get our watering can out and do the exact same thing. Get this all watered up. Not that we particularly need to water it today, but we may as well. It doesn't take very long now that we have all of those things available to us. And then we can just go ahead and plant up these powder melon seeds. Perfect. One extra, but that'll be absolutely okay. All right, earth crystal is going away. Again, Abigail, that is not my fault that you didn't get that. And then I kind of wanted to go to Ginger Island today, but we're running out of time. Do I have a beach warp totem? I do. All right, let's try that. We'll go to Ginger Island. Try and find a couple more of the golden walnuts that we haven't found yet, assuming that Willie's doesn't shut. Thankfully, we did get in here in time, and then we can go ahead and take this right over to Ginger Island. Perfect. Alright, here we are at Ginger Island, and there are a couple of golden walnuts that we missed. So it's saying behind a coconut tree on the east side in front of the volcano is one. So we'll go ahead and try and find that first. Find a lost book. We only have 4 golden walnuts at the moment, so that is not available to us at the moment. Go ahead and drink a triple shot espresso and head up here. How much do you want? You want 10. Yeah, we can't do that either. That's okay. So we'll head all the way up. We may as well grab the rest of our loot out of here as well. Just because we're not really doing a whole lot while we're here. And that'll help out. Now, it said, behind a coconut tree on the east side in front of the volcano. Where though? Where am I? Behind a coconut tree on the left side. Is it here? Oh, is it this one? Nope. There it is. Oh, on the east side, not the left side. That makes sense. Okay, so that's the first one that we missed. And then I believe there was another one in the tide pools. I definitely need to get those upgraded at some point as well. Alright, so that one is complete. Let me go back to my list here. And we are looking for Island West Buried. Near the tidal pools between blue and yellow starfish. Perfect. And then I think that is all of the ones that we can get by normal means, just discovering them naturally, right? I think. Alright, so we are on Island West. Now, it did say that this could potentially be blocked by a boulder, so have a look. Ah, probably here, right? So if we break this boulder, then grab out our hoe, and hoe in the right spot, there is another golden walnut. Fantastic. And since we are here, we may as well go ahead and break one of these as well. And there is none in there. That is okay. And then with the rest of my day, I am just going to go ahead and clean up the farm, because I believe this also has a chance of dropping a whole bunch of walnuts, right? So that is going to be the rest of our day. And we might even get some secret notes in the meantime as well. And you know what? This is the very, very slow way to do this. So let's use bombs instead. And that was much faster. And that is a pretty cleared Ginger Island farm. Now, I don't think we got a single golden walnut for that, but maybe I was misremembering and that is not actually a thing. But at the very least, this is all now cleared out, which is exactly what I wanted. The only other thing left to do for the day, I think, is a spot of fishing. But we actually don't have any inventory space at all. And somehow we got a war memento again? Did I just have that in my inventory and I forgot about it? Or did we pick that up? Because we should have already had that. And I assumed that that was in a chest back at home. But I might have been wrong about that. We do, however, have a journal scrap we should probably go ahead and read. And yeah, that's just letting us know that we can find golden walnuts by looking. Basically is the gist of that. So let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Get rid of all the stuff that we don't actually need. Some of these fossils and ribs and stuff can just probably go away. Even all these bone fragments, the muscles. That we actually need to donate, so I won't get rid of that. Get rid of that. Skeleton tail, that'll probably be enough inventory room. I just want to do a little spot of fishing. in order to hopefully find some more golden walnuts, as well as catch a whole bunch of fish that we haven't caught yet. Okay, here's a tricky sucker. I don't know what that was, but I didn't like it, and I am now realizing that we don't have any of our lures on either, so that is probably something that we should sort out. But there is another golden walnut. Another golden walnut. I believe we can catch 5 in total from fishing. There is our very first sea sponge. That guy's tricky. I don't like him at all. We need to get some better bait and lures and stuff happening on our rod, I think. There is our very first Lunaloo. This guy is seriously making it look like I'm bad at fishing. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. All of my rage. Exactly. Another golden walnut. There is our very first lionfish. And this will probably be the last one before we head to bed. Well, I got the chest, but I don't think I'm going to catch the fish. Yeah, not a chance. Alright, on that note, I think instead of sleeping here, I would like to go sleep back at home, just so that we can do our animals in the morning and also re-equip our fishing rod with a couple more things. And I think that'll be fine. Now, it is 1:40. I'm going to do a quick queue to clean up my inventory as much as I can. But I definitely want to get into bed so that we don't pass out. And that is day 6 of winter complete. And this is just for the video, not for you guys on the live stream. And on that note, that is where we're going to end today's episode. If you guys did enjoy, please go ahead and make sure to leave a like and a comment for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And until next time, happy building, happy farming. Bye, guys. Apologies, I'm not finishing the stream. That was purely for the video. I am hanging around. Don't leave. That was for the video only. I should have prefaced that a little bit better, but the stream will continue. I'm going to do a new intro on the next day. That's purely for editing sake. I've only been streaming for 34 minutes. Come on, guys. Come on now. All right, let's go. And this is going to be another video intro. So if you're confused, that is why. It's all for the editing of the videos, not the live stream. Please ignore. All right. Hello and welcome back to Chubby Farm and of course to Stardew Valley. Today we are going to be trying our very best to make a decent amount of progress over on Ginger Island. We're also going to be watching the Queen of Sauce to learn how to make plum pudding And we are going to be cleaning out our inventory from yesterday's shenanigans as Pierre greets us at the door. Hello there, Panda. So your first year in Stardew Valley is almost over, huh? If you keep buying seeds from me, you'll be twice as productive next year. And I have some exciting news. I'll be selling new seed varieties in my shop next year. I should have one new variety per season. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Have a good one. Thanks, Pierre. I appreciate it. You know, I wouldn't even bother trying my competitor. You don't have a competitor. I drove them out of town, Pierre. You're welcome. You are all welcome. All right, Marnie is sending us 30 hay, and we have the Festival of Ice tomorrow. We will go ahead and do that just because I like to do all of the things. We also have a giant harvest of starfruit wine available to us, which is fantastic. Now, I did catch a couple of the Ginger Island fish yesterday. I'm going to pause briefly and just mark them off my list to make sure that we don't need them for anything. So I got the Lunaloo, I got the lionfish, and I got the sea sponge, right? I believe that's all the fish that we caught, and I don't need any of them, so they can all just get sold. I'm not going to worry about doing anything particularly interesting with them. I'm going to then press Q to clean up as much of my inventory as I can, and we can go ahead and sell a whole bunch of things. Fiddlehead ferns can go, Aged Legend row, Aged Crimson Fish row. That we need to donate, and everything else should be able to go away. Looks like we've still got a couple of locked items in here. That hardwood should be able to just go away. The war memento I'm going to sit in here for the moment, and the sea jelly should have gone into this chest, but we don't actually have it. So I am going to grab out a quality bobber because I would like to have that on my rod. I would also very much like to increase my mastery to get the better fishing rod. That would be fantastic. Roxanne Cooper, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Pierre is just Peter in French, and he's not even French, so entitled. Yeah. Have you guys seen the subreddit? It's like fuck Pierre or something. It's fantastic. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, I would like to increase my mastery so we can get the better fishing rod, but you know, that's a story for another day. I also probably don't need to be carrying around my monster musk with me constantly. I lied. I'm going to carry it around with me constantly. And then the hay needs to go away as well. But first, let's go ahead and harvest all this up. We should have a couple more to replace it with. So I'll grab those out. And then, assuming my dog gets out of the way, I should be able to just go along here and get all of these replaced. My dog is actually slowing me down kind of nicely here, so that I don't have to, you know, do this weird like back and forth step thing. Perfect. Get all of that in there. And hope that we didn't miss any of these. Chances are we probably did. And with that, I think I might have actually got all of them. There's one missing there. One missing there. One missing there, there, and there. Okay, I didn't do nearly as good a job as I thought I might have. But that is okay. Let's go ahead and throw the rest of that starfruit away. And we can go ahead and sell 56 starfruit wine for a grand total of 176,000 gold. Generally one of the worst NPCs. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Alright, I'm gonna hit Q. We will go over to the greenhouse. Actually, no we won't. We'll do that a little bit later because I do want to go into the desert and grab the rest of those starfruit seeds that we need. But first, we need to deal with all of our animals. And you know what? We should absolutely go to Marnie's today and buy ourselves another auto grabber because this is just getting a little bit silly at this point. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. honestly a pretty good harvest today. The only thing we have to deal with now is throwing away this a little bit of hay, 30 pieces of hay added to the silo. And then from here, since we're already on this side of the thing, we may as well go ahead and see the traveling merchant before we head to the desert and, you know, deal with our greenhouse, right? So I'm going to come down this way. I'm really not looking for anything specific from the traveling merchant anymore, and visiting them is probably generally just a waste of time. Because, yeah, I don't need any of those. But, you know, it's something that I like to do. On that note, before we even head home, I'm going to warp straight to the desert, buy 192 starfruit seeds, potentially twice that if I can, just so that I have spare so I don't have to run to the desert next time. Which we should be able to do. We have 321,000 gold. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to do that. So we need at least 192. There is 200. Let's buy an additional 200. Just get it out of the way. Get them bought. Actually, let's buy an additional 200. There we go. 600 starfruit seeds. That should cover us for a decent amount of time. And on that note, we will walk back home, deal with the greenhouse, grab out Caroline a present, go and deliver that, and then we'll probably head back to Ginger Island for the day to go and do more adventures. I would like to do the volcano again. And yeah, I think that should be good. We also need to probably make up another preserves jar or two, because we are producing roe at a rate that I cannot actually sustain. That is okay. We'll get another 2 of those in there, start aging those, grab out our jade, throw that back in our chest. Duck feather can go in there. And, oh, we actually have 2 more angler roe that I didn't even see. So, 2 more preserves jars. I hope these fit back here. And they do. Get those aging up as well, and then we'll head into the greenhouse. So we need to harvest up our coffee. That should be nice and easy. And then we can just grab out our starfruit and start planting that down. And that is a greenhouse full of starfruit. Beautiful. All right, next things next is let's check on what Caroline actually likes. I will grab myself 10 diamonds out of my chests here, just so that when we do end up going to the volcano, we have them on us. And I am going to lock those diamonds so that I don't accidentally get rid of them when I press Q. And we can sell our starred quality what are they called? Coffee beans, right? And then starfruit seeds, extra starfruit seeds are gonna live in there. All right, we open up the calendar, look at Caroline. She likes summer spangle. We might have some of those, potentially. They might be in this bottom chest though. Summer spangle, we do have 2 of them, but we don't have any of particularly good quality, so that's probably not what she's going to get. I think, honestly, it'll probably end up being a rabbit's foot of silver quality, and I think that'll be absolutely okay. Caroline is where? She is at Pierre's. So let's head into town and deal with that. Where is she though? Is she actually still here? Or did she leave? No, she's still here. Where, though? Caroline, where are you? Am I blind? Oh, there she is. Found her. Don't worry about it. Let me just double check. Yep, that is absolutely her. Let's go ahead and give you a rabbit's foot. Should make you very happy. We are now up to 7 out of 10 hearts with them. Fantastic. And then we will warp back home. I should have warped to the beach. I actually don't think I have any beach warp totems left. No, I don't. Can I make those yet? If we have a look. Beach warp totem requires coral, which I don't think I have any of at all. Probably should have been collecting that at some point, but that is what it is. Yeah, no, I don't have any of that. So I guess we're going to have to do this the manual way and head down to Willie's via town, via the minecarts, right? He and Clint are universally disliked. I don't mind Clint. Clint's fine. Clint's okay. I don't really feel either way about Clint. I will grab an Nautilus shell. I don't know if we need any, but I definitely don't think we have any. Yeah, that's the only one I own, so I definitely want to pick that up just in case we need it for something. And then we're going to head into Willie's and into the back room and head back to Ginger Island, where it's currently 3:40 p.m, but I only really need to make it to the middle room of the volcano today. So I think that's the plan. I think that is the plan. Try and get to the middle room, buy that diamond upgrade, and go from there. I think we'll probably also end up spending the night here today. Night here tonight, I should say. You know, just so that we can get a little bit more done in the tomorrow. Our animals are pretty much self-sufficient at this point. I did say that I was going to go and buy auto picker-upper, but I completely forgot about it. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's get this done. Let's fill up our watering can, organize our inventory a little bit here. A watering can there. I will go normal bombs there, and that'll probably just about do it. All right, let's do it. Just check that I've got the right rings on. I probably should have brought a ring to combine with the Iridium Band, but I don't actually think I have one yet, so that'll be okay. We should, however, go ahead and eat some spicy eel and get moving a little bit quicker, as well as increase our luck, right? Nothing on that level that I see that interests me, except for that lava lurk, but that's okay. And we are trying to kill the lava lurks as much as we possibly can, just because they do have the chance of dropping dragon's teeth, right? And the only other thing we're really interested in is, not these guys are just annoying, is the cinder shards. And that is a watering can, not a pickaxe. Which are over here, right? And these take 3 to break, but if there's only one of them, it's not too bad. Otherwise, we'd use a bomb. Can I seriously not reach him from here? That's so annoying. Come on, lava lurk. I just really want your teeth. Give me your teeth. And he didn't even drop one. Of course, why would he? We definitely need to eat some cheese though, so we do not die. There is a chest in there. I am tempted to grab it, but with the amount of time that we have left in the day, I don't think it's going to be worth it. There is also a chest below me, and I think that one is a little bit more worthwhile trying to grab. Yep, 3 cinder shards, absolutely worthwhile. Golden walnut, that is 10. We should now be able to buy an additional upgrade for the island. And as we come in here, we can now see this guy and grab ourselves the diamond hunter. The only other thing we really need to buy is the ginger ale recipe, which we can go ahead and do right about now. This dude sells bombs, which is very handy to note, actually. And they sell the cinder clown shoes. That is for when we have a ridiculous amount of cinder shards and we don't know what to do with them anymore. Right. Now we could buy this. This would give us a shortcut out of the volcano. But for right now, I think I'd like to keep going just because we have warp totems on us. And I would like dragon's teeth. Unfortunately, this statue doesn't have any available at it. I am just going to quickly check to make sure there's not like one behind. And yeah, no, there is no dragon's teeth at that monument, which is unfortunate. And I am very aware that it is already 11 PM. So we will probably have to teleport out of here, but realistically, the only thing that I really wanted to do was get to the center of this and pick ourselves up some more golden walnuts, which we just got another one, which is fantastic. And don't forget to eat cheese so we don't die. Alright, midnight. Level 7, we might be able to speedrun through this. Maybe. There is a soul sapper ring. That gives us a little bit of energy every time we slay a monster. Not something that I'm particularly interested in, if I'm being completely honest. We really don't have that much of a problem with energy. What I'd really like is the fairy. But we are just not getting particularly lucky with that at the moment. And I don't think we've found a single dragon's tooth on this run either, which is fantastic. There is another golden walnut though. And this will be the last level. The question is, can we get through it? before it gets too late, and probably not. We can, however, grab this chest, which is just a whole bunch of taro tubers, and then at that point we are going to have to walk home. But it looks like we didn't really miss out on much on that level, so I'm not particularly concerned about it. What did we end up with? We got the Diamond Hunter, which I didn't actually read. Let's go ahead and read that right now. And have a look at what else we managed to pick up. We managed to get ourselves a mango sapling, which we should definitely plant in the greenhouse sooner rather than later. I'm going to throw that up there just so that I don't remember. We got the soul sapper ring and 60 cinder shards, which is actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. That's 3 enchants that we can do. So overall, I am pretty happy with that, just in general. So let's do a quick queue to clean up the inventory, get inside before it hits 2 a.m. I don't know if we'll make it into bed. We do, and we can go to sleep for the night. Perfect. All right, this should be a very profitable day. We made a grand total of 188,000 gold, mostly thanks to our starfruit wine, and that is just amazing. I love have money. I love have money. Money is good. All right, day 8, and honestly, I don't think there is too much we need to do today, except for the fact that we need to attend the Festival of Ice, which, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and read our mail. Caroline is telling us how to cook the vegetable medley. Fantastic. We also have some powder melons ready to be harvested. I'm going to throw 3 of them in the bottom chest, I guess, and that'll be fine. We can sell the rest of them. We can also sell our magma caps. Amethysts and emeralds and things can be unlocked again, and they should just be able to go in the chest. And then the nautilus shell can go in here with the rest of our fish that we've caught, right? That should be fine for the moment. Then in terms of other things, I'm going to move our floors out of here for the moment. Throw the soul sapper ring in there. The floors can live in here. I need to sort the chests out at some point. And then we can go ahead and harvest up all of these, right? Because I didn't notice that they were ready. And that is a whole bunch of forage, winter forage, that is available to us now. I will go ahead and keep at least some of this. Let's go ahead and keep all of it. You know what? We might need it later on. We might not. If not, it is what it is. Grandpa's shed is ready to be harvested. We need to check the special orders board in town and attend the Festival of Ice. So actually, quite a busy day today, if I am being completely honest. But first, let's get our farm jobs all done and dusted. Grandpa's farm, we have a couple of ancient fruit ready to be harvested up, and we can go ahead and throw at least one of those in there for the time being. We have 2 available in there, and we have 4 ancient seeds ready to go as soon as this starfruit grows up, which honestly shouldn't take too much longer. From here, I'm going to head to the greenhouse, double check whether or not I already have a mango plant planted. If I do, I'll just sell the sapling we have on us. If not, I will go ahead and plant that up. So we have peach, apple, pomegranate, pear, cherry, nectarine, persimmon, orange, apricot, and moneybag tree. So we do not have one. Let's go ahead and throw that down there. And then I believe we can also plant one more tree that we should get from Ginger Island, but I can't remember exactly what that is off the top of my head, but that is okay. All right. Next stop is going to be clearing out the inventory, and then I want to head into town and check on the special orders board. And what do we have today? A mysterious venture. I'm looking for someone who's adept at crafting and won't ask any question. Job details enclosed upon acceptance. I actually don't know what that is. And then fragments of the past. Calling all amateur paleontologists. I need 100 pieces of bone for my studies. I personally like to look these up because I don't know them super well. I know a lot of them, but I don't know all of them. So let me just quickly check on what this mysterious venture is and what it gets me and whether or not I should take it. Fragments of the past gives me the bone meal recipe, which I could take or leave. It doesn't really bother me either way. Okay, that must be a Stardew Valley Expanded quest. Special orders for Stardew Valley Expanded. Let me have a look here. I actually don't know what this is. Special orders. Mysterious venture. This gives me... Okay, so they want 30 cherry bombs, 20 bombs, and 10 mega bombs. And that'll get me 8,000 gold. But it also means the Adventurers Guild will sell decorations. Now, I don't need that for perfection. So with that in mind, I'm going to grab myself fragments of the past because that gives me the bone mill, and I don't think I can make the bone mill without getting that unlocked. So that is what I'm going to accept for now. That sounds interesting, and I will accept it later on. But for right now, fragments of the past is what it's going to be. They need 100 pieces of bone for my studies. This is super easy once you've unlocked Ginger Island. We just go to that paleontology spot, break a couple of rocks, and we should get that in absolutely no time. No need to go into the mines and kill a whole bunch of skeletons, right? With that done, I think we may as well just go ahead and head to the Festival of Ice. There really isn't that much else I wanted to do today, so that is exactly what we're going to do. Bus stop. Probably just could have walked home, that would have been faster, but it is what it is. Alright, let's head to Cindersap and get this festival out of the way. And here we are at the Festival of Ice. First things first, let's go around and talk to absolutely everybody. Go ahead and make a classic one, Penny. And I believe that's everyone, assuming that there's no one hiding up in this top left corner, like, I don't know, maybe the wizard with his little crystal setup going on. And then we just need to talk to the traveling merchant. I imagine this is the traveling merchant, but I'm actually not 100% sure. And see what they sell. They sell chocolate truffle bar recipe. We should absolutely buy that because otherwise we won't be able to buy it again until year 2. But otherwise, there really isn't anything that I need here. We already own this rare crow, so that is not a problem. And that is everyone spoken to, apart from Vincent and Willie, because they were on the ice and I made a point to come back to them. Yes, and I'm going to beat you, Willie. I also am not 100% sure that I spoke to Gunther yet, and I didn't. So let's talk to Lewis. At this point, we can start the competition and hope that we can win said competition. We shouldn't have too much of a problem. Thank you for following Old Greg and 904. I appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Let's see how we do. at the fishing contestant. It's a little bit unfair. We don't start right next to a pond like everyone else. We have to run to ours, but that is okay. Let's begin and cast our rod as small as we can and try and catch as many fish as humanly possible. Now, time doesn't stop during this minigame, so getting perfect catches does increase the amount of fish that you can actually catch. So that is something to note. We will be going for as many perfect catches as humanly possible, although I'm sure we'll miss a couple of them. That is already 2 fish in the bag with 1:30 left to go. I feel like there's a little bit of RNG in this game just based on how often the fish actually bite, but there of course is a decent amount of skill in it as well. Reaction time, making sure that you're getting perfect catches, all of these things matter. It's typically not too hard to win this, assuming that you're decently good at fishing. We've got 6 so far, 20 seconds left. We might get 1 more, maybe 2. Six seconds left. We're probably not catching another one. 4 seconds, unless we get a hit right this second. That is going to be it. And that is time up with 7 fish, I believe, all perfect catches. And if we don't win, then this is 1000% rigged. That is a lot of fish. That is a lot of fish, Lewis. Well observed. Now for the winner of this year's ice fishing competition. It is Panda with 7 big slimy fish. That is me. We have won. And we get a magnet, a barbed hook, a dress spinner, and a sailor's cap. Thank you, Lewis. I will take those. And that is the festival done and dusted for another year. Beautiful. Alright. I'm probably just going to sell all of those, because I don't particularly need any of them. The hat can go in my decoration chest for the moment. Again, we need to sort this out. We also have a bunch of roe ready to go, so let's grab all of that before we head to bed for the evening. That is going to make us a decent chunk of money. So the aged crimson fish roe are selling for 2,100 each. Aged legend roe 7,000 each, and the angler roe 1,300 each. Not too bad at all. All right. On that note, there really isn't much I wanted to do today. That isn't going to take a whole bunch of time, so I think we will just end up heading to bed for the evening. We should make a decent amount of money thanks to that row. It's not going to be anything to write home about. 20,000 gold. Fantastic. Seems worthwhile to me. Day 9 of winter. What are we doing today? Well, first, we'll grab our troves out. We will grab +1 ore from nodes, and we will get a prismatic butterfly that I don't particularly care about, if I'm being completely honest. Linus is sending us a little bit of sashimi. We have a jade ready to be harvested. Let's go ahead and get that sashimi sold. I don't really care about it, Linus. I appreciate it, but, you know, we have cheese to eat. All right, let's get our chores done, and then it is back to Ginger Island for the day. And we have a new chick. That means we need to go ahead and spin our wheel. So let me pull that up. Wheel of names. If you guys would like your name in the game, go ahead and join as a Golden Panda member or above over on YouTube. And that way you can get your name in the game as one of our animals. This particular animal is going to be Master Sting 101. Master Sting. You're not getting your numbers in there, but I appreciate you supporting the channel. You are now off that list. And that is the Wheel of Names. So yeah, if you would like to be included on that, go ahead and join as a Golden Panda member or above over on YouTube. Now, coffee is also ready in the greenhouse, so we'll go ahead and grab that real quick. Get our row thrown away in there, and then is off to Ginger Island for the day. We'll check this real quick. Abigail wants a walleye. Sorry, Abigail. I don't care enough. One thing I do want to check real quick, though, is our social, right? We should be getting close to getting 10 stars or 10 hearts with a whole bunch of villagers, especially after that little event. But we definitely need to work on a few, right? We're still waiting on their birthdays so that we can give them some really loved gifts, but we are slowly but surely getting there. We should also probably start hoeing up some of this stuff, although most of it's going to be clay and yams that we just don't care about. In fact, I am going to trash all 3 of those things that we just got. While I'm heading down here, if you guys do !Twitch in the chat, you can go ahead and check out the Twitch channel. If you open up both, it really helps me out. Or if you just want to open up Twitch, that helps me out a little bit more as well, because you get higher, like better listed on Twitch the more viewers you have. So if you guys feel like supporting me over there, that would be very much appreciated. And off we go to Ginger Island once more. And it is raining today, which is important because there is a quest for some golden walnuts that we can do while it is raining. We are looking specifically for a bird that will drop us a gem. And where that bird is, we don't know. They could be over here on our farm, or they could be somewhere else, right? So doesn't look like they're up here. We will go ahead and slay these slimes because I believe there is still a chance we get some walnuts from these guys. Although I think I got one, and that might have been it actually. I don't remember now, and I didn't see you. Yeah, you're dead. And we got a diamond from you though. That's always nice. And this is the next upgrade that I actually wanted to get. We are going to get that right now. Parrot Express is just going to allow us to get around Ginger Island that little bit quicker. And on that note, I would like to now head to the volcano, please. And come down, check whether or not we have a bird here. It doesn't look like we do. However, we do have the paleontology quest active, so I'm going to head in here and just dig up a whole bunch of these bone fragments to try and get as many bones as we possibly can for that quest. We need 100, and honestly, this is maybe like a 1 or 2 day job. Right, that is already 71. Plus skeletal tails and fossilized legs do count as well. You can see we're already up to 74. We will come back another time, but for right now, I would like to bomb this just to clear it out so that we have a higher chance of everything else spawning, right? Plus, we'll get a decent amount of clay. Not that we particularly need the clay, but we will get a decent amount of it. And then we'll head back down to the beach and head over to the right-hand side, which I imagine is where the bird is, unless they're hiding down here, which they are not. So there means by process of elimination, there is the bird. This is the east, right? So as soon as we see this bird, they're going to drop an amethyst. If we come over this way, we want to go to this east pillar here and throw down the amethyst on top of that. 3 more rainy days and we'll have all of those filled out, and that will give us some golden walnuts. Alright, but that is not the main reason we came to Ginger Island today. The main reason we came to Ginger Island today was to go ahead and do the island caldera and potentially go ahead and forge up some things. Although, in saying that, I completely forgot to bring my shards and things with me, so that might not happen. But we can at least try and make a decent amount of progress in here today. Starting a little bit better at 110 rather than like 3, but still, it's going to be a struggle to get through this entire thing before it is nighttime. We potentially should have brought like a tent kit or something, but I think we'll be alright. Let's go ahead and eat ourselves a spicy eel. I'm going to drink another coffee, even though I still have a little bit up. And let's get started. There is a golden walnut. There is a dragon's tooth. Is there anything I actually want from the middle here? I don't think there is. There is another soul sapper ring. And another soul sapper ring. eat some cheese so we don't die. Just double check there's nothing we want to buy here. I don't think so. I should have. Thankfully I can go back. I should have refilled my watering can. That is very important. And do my best not to die here. Thankfully, and eat some cheese. There's actually a lot of cinder shards on this level, so it is worth taking the time to clear these guys out. Just a little bit more. Hopefully we don't have to deal with that bottom guy, although we probably will. Throw a bomb down there, start dealing with this guy. I'm just going to let the bomb explode me. I don't care that much. I think some of those cinder shards ended up going in the water, but, well, the lava, I should say. But we did manage to get an additional 2 cinder shards, which is always, additional 2 golden walnuts, which is always very nice to see. And the final level here, shouldn't have too much problem getting through this in the allotted time. And there it is. There is the island volcano done once again with 68 cinder shards. And was it 3 soul sapper rings that we found today? Unfortunately, only the 1 dragon tooth, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's go up here and see if there isn't anything we can do. We have the watering can. What did we actually... Oh, that's right. We did the galaxy sword. I would like to change this from bug killer to... oh, never mind. I didn't bring any prismatic shards with me. So that is not happening. We might have to grab all of our prismatic shards and all of our cinder shards and just come back tomorrow. But there is one thing I would like to look up before we do that. Stardew enchanting. I want to know what I want to put on my sword, because there is a chance that I have some of it, right? Weapon forging. Amethyst will give us more knockback. Aquamarine will give us more critical hit chance. Emerald will give us weapon speed. Jade will give us more critical hit damage. Ruby will give us just generally more damage. And Topaz will give us more defense. So I think I would like... probably just rubies, honestly. Let's go ahead and do that with that, and that'll take up 10 of our cinder shards, and we'll get this, right? That'll increase our damage from 80 to 105 to 88 to 115. Seems worthwhile to me. More damage is more good. Unfortunately, we don't have any more rubies on us, so that is going to have to wait till another day. But that is absolutely okay by me. I think, honestly, I am just going to walk back home at this point, and I think I will come back tomorrow to try and enchant a whole bunch more stuff. I think that is definitely the way to go. Let's do a quick inventory cleanup here. For right now, anything that I want to put in my decoration chest can just go in here. I believe I've already donated all of the fossilized legs and things, so they can just go away. And that is our inventory clean, and we can go ahead and sleep for the night. Now, let me just pause because I need to think. We did our intro on day 7, I want to say. Which means we did 7, 8, and 9. This, in theory, would be the end of the episode. So, with that in mind, while we are paused, back to drink another cup. I don't understand. You said this last time and it confused me and I don't understand. Please explain. I'm going to do an outro again. Again, this is just for the video. That feels wrong. It's only been like an hour. That feels wrong. You know what? I'm going to do one more day before I do my outro just because we had that fishing trip. Right? I think that makes sense. Because the fishing festival took up a good chunk of the thing. Right? Yeah, that makes sense to me. I also didn't put away my rings that I found. They are probably just going to go in here. They are duplicates, so we can sell them eventually. But I'm not going to worry about that too much. All right, we are going to sleep for the evening. We made absolutely no money on the day. And that is okay. Milk is $2.79 a gallon. It's basically... I don't understand. I don't understand. And on that very confusing note, I am going to take a quick 5-minute voice, have a drink, relax my throat so that I can keep talking as we continue on. And I will be back in just a little bit. We will still be live for another probably hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. So stick around. I will be back in a little bit. I will run an ad over on Twitch. I don't actually think I can manually run ads on YouTube, but you know, it is what it is. So I'll be back in like 5-6 minutes. I am back. Double digits in what? On Twitch? I don't think so. It says I only have 6, unless that is incorrect. Oh, unless I just got raided by... I think that was bots. Because someone said cheap viewers. I didn't grab a drink. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay. Now I have a drink. I am drinking a gallon of milk. No. I'm drinking Coke Zero. Probably not the best for my throat, but hey, it is what it is. Alright. We are back. And we are going to the enchanting thing to do things. Pepsi Zero over there. My fiance drinks Pepsi Max vanilla flavor. Diet Coke Lime. Is that any good? That sounds delicious, but I've never tried it. I really like citrus, but I don't know if I want it in my Coke. Well, actually, that's a lie, because I do like a nice cold glass of Coke Zero with a lime wedge squeezed into it. If it's anything like that, I'd be down for it. Pepsi is what you're drinking? Alright, let's get back into it. Shall we? Let's go. We are remembering to grab all of the things that we need to enchant stuff, which includes rubies, which we probably don't have any of, and heading over to Ginger Island again. I would like a greater chance to find ladders and shafts, please. And we get extra friendship from speaking to people. No, I couldn't be bothered. I'm not going around talking to everyone today. Marnie is giving us an additional 30 hay. I actually find that kind of annoying because my silo is all the way on the other side of my farm. But we will try and remember to throw that in over there. Let's grab out our aged rose, get them sold up. Oh, there's more back here that I didn't see. Fantastic. That'll be a nice little chunk of money for us. They can all go in there. This can move over to there. And let's go ahead and deal with our animals and our farm chores to start the day, as per usual. I'm not a super big fan of Diet Coke either, but if it's lime flavored, I might be tempted to try it. You know what we should do today? We should go to Marnie's and buy that auto grabber. Just so our daily chores don't take us nearly as long, right? And no, I do not want to eat a large egg. But if you guys on YouTube do want to get me up to double digits on Twitch legitimately, I would very much appreciate if you head over there and check out the stream on Twitch. It really helps us grow over there. Limited edition. I'll have a look for it. If I don't find it, I'm not that sad about it. Yeah, you never know. Sometimes these things are a hit and they become not a limited edition, but I have a feeling that one's not going to last. And since we're over here, let's go ahead and dump our hay into the silo. Currently at 172 out of 240. We're doing fine on hay for the moment. And we'll go ahead and grab that out, grab that, and throw that back in there. We are doing okay on seeds. We have 5 here. We have 2 more to process. I'll get to those eventually as soon as this starfruit is grown up. It is Sebastian's birthday today, so we will deal with that. Let's go ahead and warp to the right side of our farm. I'll try to figure out my lefts and rights. And grab something out for him. I also have some wool that I didn't remember to put away, so that can just immediately get sold. This row can get processed up. And let's have a look at what Sebastian likes. He likes frozen tears, golden pumpkins, pearls, prismatic shards, and rabbit's feet. That's probably just going to be a rabbit's foot. We have 1 silver quality left, and yeah, that should just about do it. That is going to live down there. Let me just... Nope, wrong spot. That can live there, and that should be fine. Alright, from here, I want to grab out all of my cinder shards, all of my prismatic shards. I'm going to leave 1 of each on both of those, just so that it can re-auto-populate when I get back. I'll also grab out my dragon teeth. And rubies I do not have, right? I'm all out of rubies, so that is that. That is absolutely fine. But we have those things on us, and honestly, let's just lock them in place so that they are always in our inventory and we don't have to worry about it. I am keeping this void mayonnaise on me for a reason, by the way. That is for when we go back to the witch's swamp and we deal with that. Do we still need to talk to the wizard? We still need to grab more bones. And did we do the wizard quest? Is the swamp open to us at this point? I honestly can't remember. We'll also quickly check this. Marnie wants a gold bar. I will accept that. That'll give me a reason to go down to Marnie and grab that auto grabber. So, gold bar. Let's do that before I forget. Do we have any coffee? Or are we all out? No, we have plenty of coffee. Okay. 96 should be perfect. Let's go inside and quickly turn that 96 coffee into 32 triple shot espressos. Just a quick little refill there so that we can continue to drink that. As I accidentally click on a statue when I try to drink my coffee. And let's head down to Marnie's. And the raccoon might have another quest for us at this point. No, not quite yet. Alright, I would like to look at your supplies shop, please. And I would like to grab an auto grabber for 25,000 gold. That can live right there. I don't believe there's anything else we particularly need. And then we'll come back up here and give you a gold bar. Perfect. That gives us a prize ticket. Since we're heading into town to see Sebastian anyway, assuming Sebastian is actually in town, where is Sebastian? Sebastian is at home. So we'll head up through town, drop off that prize ticket, and go from there. Does anyone know if there's a mod that will let you place buildings over things, like not stones or wood, but stuff that grows back? Bush or a new tree? Yeah, I don't think so. There probably is. There probably is. Where am I going? I imagine there is, but I don't know. You can also build it and then move it later. Robin can move buildings, so keep that in mind. That can make that process a little bit less frustrating. Alright, with that prize ticket done, we can now head up to Sebastian and give him his birthday present. And we get a little cutscene. Oh, I hate this cutscene. I hate it so much. They're both so wrong. Well, I mean, Demetrius is wronger than Robin, but yeah. Tomatoes are fruits, Demetrius, but that is not what she meant, and you know it. I don't like settling this argument because I would classify a tomato as a fruit, but it is a vegetable in this context. I do know the correct answer, Demetrius, but you are being a little bit silly. Alright, and then we should be able to go and see Sebastian, who I believe is downstairs. Unfortunately, we are not good enough friends with Sebastian to actually get in their room. They will leave at 3 p.m. That sucks. Otherwise, yeah. Okay, well, we're just hanging around Robin's for the day, for the most part. This will be a time lapse for sure. Good suggestion. Still have to make 2 trips, but at least you can... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I do anyway. It's a little bit infuriating that you've got a thing in the wrong spot for a while, but it's better than having to run back, clear something, and go back. Like, you're going to have to make 2 trips regardless of what you do, but the way that I'm suggesting is you can do it whenever you feel like it, rather than the exact same day, right? Normally, if Sebastian was in his room all day like this, I would just forget about it, but since we are going for perfection, getting him this present, especially since we're currently at 0 hearts with him, is somewhat important. Now, I could come back, but I want to go to Ginger Island, so, you know, it's going to be super out of my way if I did want to come back. So, we'll wait around. Shouldn't take him too long to come out. Come on, Sebastian. How'd you come? Get out of your room. I wish you could knock. Someone needs to add a mod where you can just knock on people's doors and they'll come and answer it. I have a present for you. Like, just say knock, I have a delivery. Hello? Let me in. But no. Any day now. Time moves so much slower in this game when you're standing still. I mean, while we're waiting, there's a link to the Twitch channel in the YouTube chat if you guys are interested in supporting the channel by heading over there and checking that out. That would be appreciated. Also, while I was doing that, time paused because time pauses when you don't have the window active, so that's always fun. My day's been good. I had a pretty chill morning. I played some Minecraft, hung out, got ready for the stream. And now Sebastian is coming out of his room. Perfect. Hello, Sebastian. Happy birthday. Have a silver rabbit's foot, and we'll talk to you as well. That'll immediately jump us up to 4 hearts, which will now also allow us to walk into his room whenever we feel like it. And immediately get a cutscene as well. Working on his motorbike. Minecraft. Yeah, I've been playing all the mods 10 to the sky. It doesn't happen very often, but I've been having fun with it. I would stream it, but I tried to stream it one time and I had like 3 viewers, so it didn't seem worth it. Yeah, sure. You can give me a ride sometime. How's your day been? And then we get another cutscene with Linus as well. What's going on, Linus? He's been foraging. Picking out some food. I'm just pleased. I don't want to invite Linus to live on the farm with me. I'm just pleased that Linus is doing well. And I believe that is now 10 hearts with Linus, our first best friend. Thanks, Panda. You had me worried there. I thought you were going to ask me to move onto the farm with you. No. No, I was not. You know, I consider you my closest friend in the valley. You've never tried to fix me. You respect my way of life, even if you don't understand it. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you, Linus. Linus is great. He's just living his life. Having a grand old time. One thing I do want to do is head in here and say, please. Well, firstly, I would love an upgrade of my house. That will cost $100,000. Let's go ahead and do that since we have some money. And then I would like to buy the big chest and any other recipes that you might be selling. Are you selling any other recipes? Yeah. We'll get the wood lamppost, the iron lamppost, the wood floor, rustic plank floor, stone floor, brick floor, stone walkway, straw floor, crystal path, brazier, and small hardwood fence. Thank you for all of your recipes. That is a fantastic day for Robin. She just made like 120 grand. All right. With that done, we can now walk back to the farm and get this auto grabber placed, and then we'll head to the island. Do as much of the volcano as we can. Actually, we might enchant before we do that. Yeah, I think that's a better plan. All right, we'll come in here. The auto grabber is going to go right down there. Perfect. And then we can head to the beach and in turn head to Ginger Island. Supposed to be off work all weekend. Got called in today and now have to... That's so rude. That sucks. That does really suck. I apologize that you have to do that. It's so annoying when a weekend plan, like a clear weekend, gets ruined by work. Alright, head to town. Head down to the beach. I'm going to grab some coral if I can. Because I would like to make warp totems to the beach rather than having to do this long trip every single time. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I get it. And I would like coral. I might not actually get into Lily's today. That'll be really frustrating if I can't get into Lily's today. I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah. Maybe he stays open later now that we've done the community center and we've upgraded the boat. Please tell me you stay open a little bit later. Please? He's left. And nope, that is closed. So we are not heading to Ginger Island today. That is a little bit frustrating. Yeah. Because I have the Squid Fest on Friday the 12th and 13th. We will be completing that. Actually, in terms of fish, do we still have to catch a squid? I own 0 of those. It was between 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. Let's go ahead and catch ourselves a couple of squid, and the reason that I want to do that is so that we have bait for the Squid Fest. Right? If we have bait for the Squid Fest, it'll make it so much easier to catch squid at the Squid Fest, and we won't have to spend as long doing it. Since we can't go to Ginger Island today anyway, seems like that would be worth our while. They should now be spawning. It looks like we have caught one in the past, but I would like a couple more if I can help it. Also, don't forget to like the stream. If you guys are enjoying it, go ahead and hit that like button. I think it helps. I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works. Albacore Row. I will just say this now while we're fishing as well. At the end of today, I will be doing an outro that is purely for the video. The stream will be continuing, so please don't leave when I do my outro. Stardew Valley Almanac, we actually don't have that yet, so let's go ahead and read that. This will give us some farming experience, which in turn will increase our mastery, right? So that is sort of half worth reading. Maybe we had actually already read it now that I'm thinking about it. Do you think we're going to catch a single squid? Hey, there's a squid. I want as many as I can get. And this is another one, assuming that I don't lose it. Beautiful. And this will probably be the last one before we call it for the night, because 3 should be more than enough to get us started at the squid theft. Perfect. That is 3 squid. They will all be turned into bait, and that should be fantastic. I don't know why I'm running around. Let's go ahead and walk back to the farm and get these squid processed. Hit Q to quickly clean up our inventory here. I am going to keep these coral because I should now be able to turn them into warp totems to the beach, which is exactly what I want to see. And then grab that jade. And in terms of fish, I will continue to keep a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know if I need them, but I figure it's better have them than not. The fish smoker could probably just go in this chest as well, I guess. And then the albacore roe, I'm not even going to preserve. I will just sell it. Squid can come with me. I will grab out my bait maker. Throw that down right about there for the moment because this is only temporary. And we'll get all of these squid processed up into bait. which shouldn't take too long. They take about 10 minutes each. And that should be more than enough squid bait to use at the festival. Perfect. I will then grab my bait maker, and that can also stay in my inventory for the time being. Bait maker and bait can stay in there. That'll be absolutely fine by me. Perfect. They can get switched back. Fantastic. All right, that is another day done, and we will head to bed for the evening. Day 10 of winter complete. Again, that's probably not going to be a huge amount of money to write home about. Another 20 grand. Not too bad. Now, I am about to do an outro. This is not for the stream. This is for the video, so please don't leave. We will be continuing for about another hour and a half, probably. And with that day done, we are going to end the video there. If you guys did enjoy, please go ahead and make sure to leave a like and a comment on the video for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member of the channel if you would like early access to the videos. And consider becoming a Golden Panda member if you would like your name in this game, as well as any future games. With all that being said, I can't remember words. With all that being said, until next time, happy building, happy farming. Bye, guys. All right. And now we're going to do an intro for the next video. So bear with me for just a moment here. Hello and welcome back to Chubby Farm and, of course, to Stardew Valley. Today we are heading to the island volcano to basically enchant as much as we possibly can. We currently have 118 cinder shards in our inventory. We have 13 prismatics, 5 dragon teeth, and we have a little bit of bait for squids. That is for the Squid Fest coming up in the next few days. This is actually a pretty big day. It's Gunther's birthday, Bookseller is in town, and the Squid Fest is in town. So that is something to keep in mind. But before we get to any of that, we have to do our daily chores. So let's get to do just that. And now with the auto grabber, this is made so much simpler. We can just grab out our items as my dog barks in the background and get those all put away. So much easier. And with our daily chores complete, a quick little inventory cleanup should get this going nice and quickly here. We have a little bit of ancient of legend row to go ahead and process, but that is honestly about the extent of it. From there, it is currently 8 a.m. and I want to head immediately to the island. So let's go ahead and use a beach warp totem. Go and see Willy. I think it might actually open at 8, but it might be 9. So instead of checking straight away, I am going to go ahead and try and grab myself a little bit of extra coral if there is any around, just so that we can make more beach warp totems if we need them. And that should be fantastic. So with those ready to go, let's head over to Willy's, head over to Ginger Island, and get to enchanting. I probably will do a full run through the volcano dungeon again, just because we have all day and I don't see a reason not to. And he does open at 8, so I could have come here a little bit earlier, but that is absolutely okay. 1,000 gold, skip the cutscene, and we should be straight to Ginger Island, where we can immediately take our new lift to the volcano and get going with this. Just need to quickly swap out a couple of things here. get that going. We will talk to Lance. They like golden pumpkins. They also don't mind cheese, and I would quite like to make friends with Lance, so let's go ahead and give Lance that. Give him a chat, and we're still not up to a heart with them, but, you know, it'll happen slowly but surely over time. We do have this guy in here, so I would like to try and kill you. You could come to me. No dragon tooth, unfortunately, but that is what it is. That is 5 walnuts to unlock this permanently. I think at this point I am absolutely fine with just doing that. Means we don't have to do this initial watering can trick to get across here. And there is now a bridge. Beautiful. There is a golden walnut. There is 2 dragon teeth. Fantastic start to the day. We're up to 7 dragon teeth. And now we just make our way through the volcano. Another golden walnut. I think that might have been the last golden walnut we can get from in here. There is a secret note as well. Don't forget to eat a little bit of cheese so that we don't die. I also did not drink triple shot espresso or eat spicy eel, so let's go ahead and do that now so we can move just that little bit quicker. Another golden walnut, okay. I thought we'd found the last one, but apparently not. And since we got in here so early today, I will go ahead and go through this just to get that chest. And it'll give us a protection ring, which we probably won't use. But I will go ahead and read this note. That's going to give us the location of, I believe, a quality bobber. And we will pick that up at some point. If you guys could remind me whenever I'm over there, that would be fantastic. Nothing over there that I'm particularly interested in, so let's just go to the next floor. Oh, and that is the wrong inventory. Let's get my sword out so I can actually defend myself. I will have to eat cheese here, but that is okay. Eat cheese, don't die. I don't see anything up there, so I'm just going to ignore that for now. There's another note. I don't know what this is down here, so I want to investigate. That was apparently an Omni Geode. Fantastic. I imagine the door is up here. And it is. Eat cheese, don't die. What do you mean my inventory's full? That is ridiculous. At least we have a secret note that we can read. The volcano holds many secrets. Strange machines. Yeah, I knew this. I knew all of that. Thank you, game. Nothing particularly interesting on this level, so we are just going to skip to the next one. Button over here, we will go ahead and press that. And try and get this guy to drop us another dragon tooth. No luck. Honestly, Monster Musk in here might be worthwhile. Just for... There's another golden walnut. Just for the fact that more of those lava lurkers would spawn, right? I don't know if it's worth the hassle though, because, you know, it's already rather dangerous in here, and I don't particularly want to die. But maybe next time, with a full day, we can try that and just see how many we can get. I don't think I care about this ring, but I just want to pick it up. Yeah, it's another soul sapper ring. I'm just going to toss that. We have like 4 of them back home. I had a 1v1 with another player, they basically wiped me out. That is sad. I'm sorry. You'll get there. I believe in you. Let's get rid of a ginger for that, I guess. And you guessed it. Eat cheese, don't die. Another golden walnut? How many can we get from in here? That's got to be close to all of them, right? Surely. Powder melons? Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care about either of those things either. That ruby I do care about though. We'll drop an iron for it. Another golden walnut and a ring that I don't have yet, I believe. Let me go ahead and throw out bone fragments. I actually kind of need, but I have a heap. So this is the Phoenix ring. Once a day, regain some health after being knocked out in combat. This is particularly nice when you are not fantastic at combat. This is basically a get out of jail free card once a day. I may go ahead and use this with my Iridium Band so that I can always have that on. I think that is a good idea. The People's Duck, thank you for the follow and subscription on Twitch. Thank you for the Prime, I should say. If you guys didn't know, you can go ahead and use your Prime Twitch membership on me, and I just took a lot of damage doing that, but that is absolutely fine by me. Curiosity Lure, I have plenty of, and I don't particularly use very often, so I'm just going to leave that there. But yeah, thank you, the People's Poop Duck, for subscribing on Twitch. I appreciate you. And welcome to the channel. Alright, we are now at the Forge. Let's go ahead and first things first, let's get our Galaxy Sword in here with a Prismatic Shard. I would like this to be the Crucify thing. Drinking a gallon of milk sounds good. I genuinely don't understand why that is a thing. I genuinely don't understand. Alright. I'm going to make this, and I want the one that kills mummies. That's the plan. Give it to me. It gave me vampiric. That's not what I wanted. Let's do it again. Come on. Haymaker? Absolutely not. And that is Crusader. I believe that's the one that I want, right? Let me just quickly check. Stardew enchantments. Are you, Pops, trying to fit in with the guys? I don't understand. I don't understand what you mean either. I'm so confused. Gonna finish the jug and raise it above your head? I don't. I'm so confused. Let me see. Crusader. Yes, allows killing mummies without the use of bombs. I'm genuinely confused by my own chat so much of the time. But I appreciate you guys being here nonetheless. Alright, so that is exactly what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. Now I can take these out, throw the ruby in, that back, and that'll make this go from 88 to 115 to 96 to 125. Fantastic. We only have 98 cinder shards left, but that is okay. I would like another diamond, another ruby on this as well, but for now I'm going to throw the iridium band and the phoenix ring in. That'll use another 20 cinder shards, get me another combined ring. So we now have glows, attract items, and increases attack damage by 10%, and once a day regain some health after being knocked out in combat. And we have monsters have a greater chance of dropping loot and +1 luck. That seems pretty good to me. I think the next thing I would like to enchant is probably my... I don't know. The axe, what can we get? Probably nothing that we really care about. The rod, auto hook would be nice. So would preserving. But I don't want to enchant this rod because we are about to get a better one. So probably not the rod. The hoe, we could get reaching. Yeah. The pick, swift would be nice. Powerful would also be okay. So I think I will do my iridium pickaxe next with a cinder shard. That'll cost me an additional 20 cinder shards. The prismatic shard in there. That is efficient. That is the one enchant that I didn't actually want on that. So let's try that again. And that will give us powerful. I am okay with powerful. In terms of the watering can, we could get reaching. Bottomless is also kind of nice. So yeah, let's do the watering can next. I think this actually fills it up too. Yeah, it does. And that gives us bottomless. This will now no longer run out, which is fantastic. And that is all the enchanting that we can do for today. But I am pretty happy with that level of enchanting. That's honestly not too bad. I would like to just run through here. And since we have a little bit of time left in the day, I'm just going to run through this again and see how our new pickaxe does. See how everything does. Just see how it goes, right? Does this reset on the day, or is this just the exact same as we left it and nothing is going to reset? I genuinely don't know. I am curious if we can break these with one now. We can. Fantastic. That's so much better. But yeah, this might actually not reset. I don't think there are new enemies, and I don't think there are new things in here at all. So that's actually kind of annoying. Yeah. This definitely hasn't reset, but at the very least we can kill some things. Secret note, I will grab that. Ginger can go away. Journal scrap, I should say. There is another secret that we should probably go and get at some point. And yeah, this definitely hasn't reset. Okay, well, with that, we're just going to head home. I think that's absolutely a reasonable thing to do. We got what we wanted. We got Crusader on our weapon. We got Bottomless on our watering can. We got Powerful on our pickaxe. And that's fantastic. Let's go hit Q and get rid of most of the things in our inventory. Magma Cap can be sold. Why do I need Dragon's Teeth for the enchanting? What do? They do something. I can't remember why we needed Dragon's Teeth. Is that... Oh, a random innate enchantment can be added, but it can't be added to galaxy weapons and infinity weapons. So that is not useful. Dragon's Tooth is good for something else though, right? Banana sapling for 5 of them. Mini forge. Okay, maybe they're not as useful as I thought. They are used to make warp totems, I believe? Yeah. So we will definitely hang on to them, but I don't think they necessarily need to be in my inventory at all times. That seems a little excessive to me. I will leave these in here, just because I think that's a good plan. And then we're going to come down here, throw our protection ring. Green frog egg can go in there as well. And we are going to call it a night there. Fantastic. Day 11 of winter complete. We didn't make any money, but that is okay. Is today the day that our house is finished? It might be. It might just be. But we've got to do everything else first. Greater chance to find ladders and shafts. Absolutely. And we get Blessing of Waters. First 3 fish we hook are going to be easier. We don't particularly care about that. The wizard requires a void essence. We can absolutely do that like straight off the bat, which is exactly what we probably will do. Let's go ahead and grab out a void essence for the wizard. Throw our aged crimson fish roe away and go ahead and deal with our daily chores. Now, the traveling merchant is in town. Gunther's birthday, Squidfest is on, and it is also the bookseller, if I remember correctly. So we will be doing all of those things. It's going to be a very busy day. First stop is going to be the traveling merchant, just because we are sort of in the general vicinity of doing that. I will also swing past the raccoon just to see whether or not we have a new quest, but it doesn't look like we do because there is still only the one of them. I don't really want any of those things. The retro catalog is something that I do want to buy, but I want to save my money for a couple more important things in the meantime. And yeah, the raccoon still hasn't found a wife. That should happen in the next few days though. I should have seen the wizard while I was down there. Let's go ahead and sell our mayonnaises and our animal products, I should say, not our duck products. Crimson roe can go ahead and start being processed, and then I am immediately going to go back down and see the wizard, give him the void essence, and get that done. Also, we must be so close. Yeah, we're so close to mastery. Like, so close that I'm considering chopping down a couple of trees before we head up to the Squidfest, just so that I can get that upgraded rod for the Squidfest. Oh, wizard, where are you? You must be downstairs. Cutscene? No cutscene. But there is your void essence. Talk to you a couple times and we are up to 1 heart with the wizard. We definitely need to make some more progress on that. We also need to find 6 more bones in the next 3 days. That should be pretty easy. I should have done that while I was at Ginger Island, but that is definitely something we need to do. For now, I think I will do exactly what I just said and chop down like 3 trees on the way over here. That way we should be able to unlock the next level of mastery before we head into the squid. Yep, there it is. 2 trees is all we needed to get to that next level. So I am very, very glad that I checked. And mastery level, here we come. What do we actually have left? We have foraging mastery, which, yeah, golden mystery boxes, kind of nice. And we have fishing mastery. You can now get golden fishing chests, challenge bait, and the advanced iridium rod. I am going to claim that one. That can go there. That bait can go in the advanced rod. And that lure can go in the advanced rod. This iridium rod can now get thrown out. And we have 1 more level of mastery until that is all entirely complete. Fantastic. And what that advanced rod does, I didn't say, it gives you 2 slots for bobbers, right? So we can have 2 in there and increase whatever stats we want in terms of fishing. So I'll probably throw a cork bobber in there, as well as a quality bobber at all times, and that should treat me quite well. Let's go ahead and press Q, clean up the inventory. These can move over a little bit, grab this jade out, Q again, and then we can open up our crafting inventory and say, actually no, before we do that, let me just check in here that I don't have what I need. So we could either throw in a dress spinner in here, make bites quicker, and pair that with the quality bobber, which I'm actually tempted to do. Let's do that instead. And then I will go ahead and craft myself up an additional quality bobber if I can find it, and just have that on standby, right? So we can throw that in there, and then we have backups for when they run out. That should make this so much faster. Now, it is also Gunther's birthday, and they love prismatic shards. Rare disc, rabbit's foot. Yeah, let's go for another rabbit's foot. We don't have any good quality ones, but that should be more than enough. And then I would also like to grab out any of my books that I have. So I have 2 Woodcutters Weeklies, 1 Mining Monthly, and that is about it. And we can trade those in at the bookseller. So let's go see the bookseller, go see Gunther, and then head down to the Squid Festival. Probably should have also bought some things to donate to the museum because I do believe we have some, but that's okay. We can do that another day. And we get a cutscene with Gunther as well. You are very welcome, Gunther. Happy birthday. What is this? What is this for? Ah, that's for the fragments of the past. Okay, cool. We don't have to worry about that just yet. Let's talk to you a couple times. Give you the rabbit's foot. We are now popular, and we are at 5 hearts with Gunther. Absolutely fantastic. All right, next up is the bookseller. And for the first time when we're going to the bookseller, we actually have a little bit of cash, so that is fantastic. Can I not get through here? Thank you. Hello, I would like to trade in. Okay, sure. We'll get 200 wood for that and 20 coal. It is what it is. Nothing too exciting, but that's fine. And then I would also like to buy some books. So these I don't care about. They're just going to give me experience. Horse, the book, will give us extra speed when riding on a horse. We don't actually have a horse yet, but that is something that we want. I just want to quickly browse their catalog before we go too far. So they don't have much that we actually need. I will grab the price catalog because we haven't read it yet. And I will also grab Horse, the book. Everything else we have red or just gives experience. So that is all we're going to do. Read both of those and that should be good. If we now go into our special items and powers, we should have most of the books. I can't F1 on these, so I don't 100% know what I am missing, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll figure it out eventually. From there, I think it is now time to go and catch ourselves some squid. So I'm going to throw my squid bait on. I'll throw my bait maker there as well so that we can put that down when we need it. And yeah, the plan here is to just catch as many squid as is necessary and go from there. Ty Bear 30, hello and welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day. All right, Squidfest. The general vibes here is I'm not going to chat to everyone. I don't think it's worth it. But if we catch ourselves 8 squid, we'll get some rewards. If we do the explanation, it'll tell us what it is. It's the Squid Fishing Challenge. If you can hit our daily catch targets, you'll win prizes. Check the sign to the left. We also put special bait in the water so the squids are active all day long. Fantastic. All right, let's head down with our bait maker. We're going to set up right here and throw our bait in with our quality bobber and our dress spinner. We should get bait catches relatively quickly here. We only have like a 23% chance to catch a squid with the squid bait, which isn't fantastic. I believe it increases as it gets later in the day, but hopefully we can still catch 8 and get out of here at a reasonable time of day. There is our very first squid of the day. Okay, it says 20% on the left, but I think it's actually much better than that. Just stepping into lurk for a little as I'm not fully caught up on the last stream video. Have a great rest of your stream. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out. Even if you want to mute it and leave it open in the background, it all helps. It all helps. Especially if, oh, you're already on Twitch, so even better. Alright, that is 3 squid already, so this shouldn't take very long at all. Four squid already and a bone flute. Alright, 2 more squid and we can pretty much leave. The tackle has worn out. The question is, do I care? And I think the answer is no. I think I'd like both my tackles to be at the same durability so I don't have to worry about it as often. So I'm just going to accept the fact that we're going to get some gold quality squid here for a little bit. I mean, I'm not planning on smoking them anyway, so it sort of just is what it is. And there is our 8th squid. Let me go ahead and pick up my bait maker that we didn't actually even need to use. Because we still have 14 bait left. That is going to be more than enough for tomorrow. You can now see this guy and say get rewards. We'll get the art of crabbing. Crab pots have a 25% chance to yield double. Squid Kid is a furniture, some coffee, pearl, dish of the sea, mystery box, and some deluxe bait. Now this is one of the things that I haven't read, so that is yet another book under our belt. We still have 3 to go. I don't know what they are, and I wish I did, but that is what it is. All right, with that done, we can now head off and do whatever we want with the rest of our day. And the question is, what is that? I am tempted to head to Ginger Island. Well, no, I've already sort of left the area, haven't I? I don't know. I think I want to head home first, just sort out my inventory and go from there. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know what you'd like to see me do with the rest of this day. And we even get to keep the squid, so if we wanted to make more bait, we could absolutely do that at this point. But for right now, I think I'm just going to sell them. And yeah, that is it. I'll sell the dish of the sea as well. You know what we should do? We should organize our chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 chests we have right here. And we currently have enough to make 8 big ones. It's not enough, but it's a start. So let's make 8 of those. The only thing we are missing is wood, which we can definitely get more of. And then the trick with these is you can just simply click over them to replace them. Just like so. And now we have a whole bunch more room. Right, that is fantastic. Throw that in there. And I think, honestly, I'm just going to spend the rest of the day just organizing these a little bit, because at the moment they are a little bit all over the show. Apparently I have a lot of fish and fish-related paraphernalia. We do still need to make a fish pond for the snapper, and we still also need to hatch a couple of the winter fish, if I am not mistaken. I don't 100% know which ones we still need, but we definitely still need some. And while these aren't organized to perfection, at the moment I think they are going to be good. Let's get any of our decoration stuff as well as our rings out of here. And I believe that is it. And they can go back in this chest. Chests can go in there as well, I suppose. That should be fine. This is like seeds and stuff. This is Skull Cavern stuff. Oh, we do actually have a ruby there. So we could go and enchant that. Might be worthwhile. I'm also curious how many crystallariums we could make if we wanted to. Not too bad. They're only 1 battery pack each. If we got a whole bunch more gold, we could absolutely do that. Do we have any smelting to do? We have a little bit, but not much. Not much. Nothing that's worth doing just yet. I think for the rest of the day, I am just going to go ahead and chop down some more trees in order to be able to make the rest of those chests up so that they can all be nice and uniform. That seems to be a good idea to me. going to ask, just while we're doing this, are you guys still watching the videos as well as the live streams? I assume if you guys are watching the live streams, you're probably not watching the videos as much. But if you are, I would love your feedback on the new editing style that my editor has started to implement on those videos. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying the pacing? Any feedback would be very much appreciated, because obviously we are still trying to figure everything out and make it as smooth and seamless as possible. Kiso, you missed the last episode? That's fair enough. I mean, I'm actually ahead. The episode... The very last episode hasn't come out yet, so, you know, this is further ahead than the videos is, if that makes sense. What changes did I make? That's fantastic that you said that. That makes me very happy, because I wanted it to be very similar. They're doing a lot more like zooming in and cutting than I was. I mean, editing... What is that? Oh, that's stairs. Editing live streams is a very different process to editing my videos. Normally, I would just have giant sections of silence when I was recording my videos, and it was very easy to cut. I could cut one of my own videos in about half an hour, even if it was an hour-long video, just using the audio form. But obviously, with a live stream, there's a whole bunch more to cut out and try and piece it together so that it still feels like it's a video, if that makes sense. But if you guys can't super tell, then that makes me happy. As long as you're enjoying them, that is all that I want. That is all that I need. I mean, you saying that you couldn't see a difference is exactly the feedback that I was looking for. That is fantastic. You guys let my editor know that he's doing a good job. Alright, that should probably be enough wood. Multiple stacks? Yeah. And we have a secret note with something to find over there. Happy he gets to keep his job? Me too. Because honestly, I don't have time to do his job, so that's fantastic. I've been very busy doing nail things. But I am enjoying it. It's a lot of fun working with the fiance. Alright. Back home, everything is now put away. We still have 1, 2, 3 more chests to upgrade, so I will go ahead and craft all 3 of those and just get them in where they need to be. Oh, actually, we needed an additional 3 after that as well, but that was the main one that I wanted to do. Let's head back down and grab 3 more of those, and they can now be upgraded as well. That should be all of our chests completely upgraded to the level that we want them at. The regular chests can live in our decoration chest for the time being. We may or may not use them eventually, but with all that being said, let's go ahead and sleep for the evening. Fantastic. Alright, day 12 of winter is complete. We made some money today, but nothing to write home about as we come into day 13. The question is, what are we doing today? I am tempted to head back to Skull Caverns because we haven't been there in a while. And we have a brand new sword that can now kill the mummies where they stand. However, now that I've read my to-do list, that's probably not happening because we have to attend Squidfest day number 2. There are separate rewards on the second day, so that is absolutely something that I would like to do. Gunther is teaching us how to make a baked potato. We have a whole bunch of powder melons ready to be harvested. And honestly, I probably won't even sell a bunch of those. I'm going to keep all of my actually, no. I'm going to keep all of my gold star powder melons and sell the rest. Just in case anyone likes them as a gift, we can give them away for that. From there, we are going to start the day as per usual, get all of our farm chores out of the way, and then we will head in for Squidfest day 2. We haven't got a rabbit's foot in a while, by the way. I don't like it. I want more rabbit's feet. And it looks like Grandpa's shed greenhouse is ready with all of its starfruit. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and grab out our additional ancient fruits and we'll start turning those into seeds so that we can get those planted today and start working on chopping all of this down. Now, if I had read my to-do list before I left the house properly, I would have known to bring more starfruit seeds over here, but hey, it is what it is. We'll have to go back and grab some more. Honestly, we should be done with Squidfest relatively early today, so I'm not particularly concerned about it. Let me switch inventories again, throw that in there. That should be all of the ancient seeds that we can possibly make, and they are all going to be immediately planted so we can get as many as possible. Right, just like so, and then I will start these additional 3 over here just so that they are nice and even, and 2 more. Perfect. It's slowly coming together. Once these all grow up, we should have an ancient fruit greenhouse in absolutely no time. Now, we do have 64 starfruit seeds available to us. That's probably not going to cover this entire thing, but thankfully we bought 600 of them the other day, so you know, we should be able to get this done. It'll just mean we need to make 2 trips. And we're about halfway there, so I'll go back and grab the rest of those seeds out. Eating a delicious meal while watching and playing Stardew, could life be any more chill for me right now? I honestly don't think it could be. That sounds beautiful. That sounds absolutely lovely. I'm going to sell any of my starfruit that is not regular quality. I think that is the way to go. Sell my duck feathers. This legend row can go ahead and get processed. And then we can hit Q to put everything else away. And then I will grab out... where's my seed chest? This one. I'll grab out like half of my starfruit seeds, put those in the Grandpa's shed greenhouse, and then the others can be for the regular greenhouse once that grows up as well. And of course we do need to come in here and harvest up our coffee as well. We'll come back in here and plant the rest of these. Beautiful. And then I'm going to put the remaining 144 in this chest, and I hope that is enough to cover the rest of this. Next time they grow up, we should have a couple more ancient fruit ready by that point, so it actually might be fairly close to being enough in there, I think, maybe. We'll see how it goes. You guys who have been watching this whole time, can you remember when I did my last intro, what day it was? If anyone could go back and check, that would be fantastic. I have a feeling it was the 9th or the 10th, which would make today the last day that we do stuff. But yeah, if you guys could let me know, that would be fantastic. That would be so, so good. All right, Squidfest time. We should have enough in here to get this done. Cooking dinner, so not sure. That's all right. So let's head to the beach, and we actually have some warp totems, so let's go ahead and use them. I will grab any more coral that's on the beach, although I don't actually know if I can access that part of the beach while Squidfest is running. I can, so we'll go check that out. Grab some more coral up, since it is Saturday, last day of forage. I'll grab the urchins too. I don't know that we need them, but, you know, never hurt to have a couple spare. Perfect. We also still have to catch the legendary fish. So we might have to do a fishing episode next stream to get that done. But for right now, we just need to catch, what is that, 10? I think that's 10 squid in order to get all of the rewards from today. So we are going to set up in the exact same place, cast our line in. We have 14 bait. Hopefully that's enough. If not, we can always make more because we do have the bait maker with us, I believe. And yeah, we will go from there, as the first fish is not a squid. First squid of the day done, with a treasure chest and a little bit of gold. Fantastic. I quickly want to just check something. Bait maker. If I throw this down, we're currently at 2 squid, right? If I throw a bait, squid in there to make bait, this number doesn't go down. So theoretically, you just need like a little bit of bait before you come here in order to get this done. You don't necessarily need to have all 10 squid in your inventory to get the rewards. Just something to keep in mind. Korean meatballs. Oh, sorry, hold on. I thought I could pay attention to that message, but then the fish started moving. I would have had it too if I didn't try and read that message while I was fishing. Korean meatballs covered in gochujang plum sauce with toasted sesames on a bed of basmati rice infused with lemon and saffron. That sounds delicious. I had tuna and rice for lunch because I was in a rush. Wow, these squid are being a little bit of a pain today. Come on. Get in there. Alright, that is 4. It sounds delicious. I'm a little bit jealous. If you could send me some, that'd be fantastic. I mean, you've got chef in your name, so are you actually a chef? That is 7, 3 to go. I don't know what a red seal is, but that sounds impressive. One to go. And that is 10 squid. Now, the question is, does that give me all of the rewards, or do I need to have 10 in my inventory in order to get all of the rewards? We go get rewards. I believe that is everything. We get a squid hat, which is fantastic. A treasure chest, some triple shot. Yeah, fantastic. I will take all of that, as well as a trap bobber. And yeah, we hit our iridium level target and earned all possible rewards. Fantastic. With that, let's head back home and do a little bit more cleanup / admin. Oh, hello. I didn't realize this was all going to be ready today. That is actually fantastic timing. And the reason that that is such fantastic timing is... Okay, we need to fix this. I think I just need to get rid of any duplicates that have multiple levels on them. Because this is an absolute nightmare and I really hate it. But let me clean up the rest of my inventory first and then we'll go from there. I believe the treasure chest is not loved by anyone. Really? Okay, well that's getting sold then. Alright, let's sell that, and that. Squid can get sold as well. I think that is absolutely fine. Both of these can go on there. And then in our fishing chest, let's fix this up. So, we probably don't need that one silver albacore. We don't need one gold bream. Yeah, this is... Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Chub can go back in there. Do I really not have more chubs than that? Well, chubs are year round, so that's not a big deal. Clams, I might need for something. I'll take that out. Take that out. That out. That out. That. And that should be pretty much good. That is so much more room. And then the rest of these we can just sell because we don't need all of these random quality fish, right? It just doesn't make any sense. And now we have room to put things, right? We can throw the bait bank back in there and be very happy about our choices. All right, that makes me a lot happier. That makes me a lot happier. I will not lie. Fantastic. All right, next steps next is let's grab all of this wine out. And I should probably have starfruit in my inventory so that I can be replacing these as I go since we have 96 available to us. Did it actually do all of the bottom ones but none of the top ones as I walked along? That's really annoying. We may have preserved some of these. Yeah, we absolutely did. Alright, they are all done. And I believe I actually hit all of them this time, which is nice. Let's go ahead and throw that starfruit back. And then, if we head inside, you'll notice Robin is no longer working on our house. And we can come this way. And we have some casks down here. Now, do we have the recipe for said casks? We do. That is just wood and hardwood, of which we have a decent amount. I would like to move all of these, though. I don't like where any of them are. And I think I can actually do this with the hoe, which is a little bit quicker because it can do an area of effect, right? So we'll grab all of these and rearrange them in a better pattern. Red seal is basically a national standard in a trade in Canada. Ah, interesting. Sort of like journeyman. Yeah, cool. I had no idea. I also didn't know you were from Canada, so that's fun. Now, I am imagining there is a optimized layout for this. I don't know what it is, so, you know, I'm just lining the edge of this for the moment, and we will figure it out from there. Perfect. That is a start. Let's go ahead and get all of this cooking up because we would like at least a silver quality for the missing bundle at some point. And we need at least 23 more casks, which I think we should be able to craft up like almost immediately. Although we might need a little bit more wood. Actually, we are pretty good. So let's go ahead and grab 25, since it's a nice little quick shortcut. And get those down and get this wine aging up. Not this age winding up. That is not how you say words. Alright, that should do us. Let's go ahead and get all of these filled. Beautiful. And that should start to age relatively quickly. Fantastic. Now, it is 8:10. Is there anything else we particularly need to do today? I would like to just quickly check how much wood we have. Yeah, not very much. I think that is something that I would like to focus on. So let's just head back down to Cindersap for a little bit and grab a little bit more of that. Amazes me with this game how much your money and resources gathering ability ramps up from being like nothing to, yeah, I'll make 23 of those. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I like the progression. It's fast enough that it doesn't feel super grindy, but it's also slow enough that you sort of have to grind through a little bit of it, right? I like it. I think it's a really good pacing. And I mean, everyone's different, right? Some people aren't at this point in like 5 years of playing. And I mean 5 in-game years. Like people at year 5 sometimes don't get to this point, especially if it's their first time playing. So I like that the ability to do things quickly is there, but it's not like forced upon you, if that makes sense. They did. They did. I can't wait for the sequel. The Chocolatier game. I think that's going to be really fun. And we will definitely be playing it on stream. Restarted a few times now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, watching some of the speedruns of this game are insane. The way they do like animation cancelling and like it's kind of nuts. I will say one thing that I do when I'm playing not on stream is this, because I know animation cancelling exists, right? So one thing that I do when I'm not streaming, and I don't do this on stream because it feels a little cheaty, but I like to put swing tool up to like 3. And I'll just show you what that looks like. Right? It just makes the grind a little less grindy, but I will switch that back so you guys don't say that I am cheating, but that is absolutely something that I do when I'm playing for my own enjoyment. I also use the mod Automate quite a lot because I enjoy that. But it's not for everyone. I think I will add it as soon as I get hoppers. But until that point, I am going to stay away from it. Fast animation mod was a game changer. Yeah. No one should have to wait for your character to eat Clint to process the geodes. Yeah, I 100% agree. It's one of my favorite mods in the whole game. I used to also use the option where you didn't have to confirm eating, but I messed up too many times. And I had to switch it back. I had to. I ate so many gifts that I meant to give to people, and you know, like eggs that I was trying to put into machines. So yeah, I had to turn that setting off. But I can't live with slow eating. It just it bothers me how slow you eat, especially at the start of the game, where you're eating like 20 things to get your health back, right? But with that, we have a whole bunch of wood in our inventory. We can probably get by the front door, hit Q, clear out the inventory real fast. We do have a secret note. I would like to read that. This is garbage cans. I don't care about that, so we are going to ignore it for now. And we are heading to bed. And on that note, as soon as we get a little stone owl noise, on that note, with day 13 of winter finished, that is where I'm going to end both the stream and most likely the video. Now, I will hang around a little bit longer after the video ends, just to say goodbye to chat and all that. But if you are watching the video on YouTube and you did like it, go ahead and leave a like and a comment for the sake of engagement. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member of the channel if you would like early access to the videos, or becoming a Golden Panda member if you would like your name in the game. But until next time, happy building, happy farming. Bye, guys. Alright, that is the video done. I am ending the stream here. It's been a pretty lengthy stream, if I do say so myself. I think we got enough done, and I'm hoping that I got my days right so that my editor isn't mad at me. I hope. A couple of things that we need to do on this next day. It is the Queen of Sauce, Harvey's birthday, Traveling Merchant, Bulletin Board, all the fun things. It is Sunday. Yeah. I think winter's going pretty well so far. I do quickly just want to check while I have you guys. If I go back to the Stardew app and re-upload my save, which will be at that, and I go to here and do display capture, grab that out, and it'll be the latest one on the 11th, that one there, drag that in. Now we can see how many golden walnuts we've got, right? So it is field office, field office, field office. Island Cove, Jungle Banana Shrine, Farm Cave, Gourmand, Gems, Break a Golden Coconut, Birdie's Quest Reward. That we can't do until year 2. Darts, Volcano Barrels times 5. How many of those do we have? I thought we had that, but we might not just yet. We should be very close, so there are still a couple left in the volcano. Mining stones in the volcano we have finished, and killing monsters in the volcano we have finished. I need to harvest crops on the island farm, so we need to set up a farm there at some point to get that done. We also need to break the shells, continue doing that. Fishing, journal scrap, and journal scrap. So we've found all of the ones that we can at the moment. All of the ones that are just hanging around, which is what I wanted to check. Right? Now, this app doesn't show me all of the things because this doesn't have Stardew Valley Expanded in it, but it can show us a couple of things like relationships and the vanilla fish, right? We currently only have 12 vanilla fish left. That's the ice pip, the lava eel. I'm surprised we haven't caught a lava eel yet. Mutant carp, crab, spookfish, midnight squid, void salmon, glacier fish, blobfish, stingray, blue discus, and goby. We should be able to do that relatively soon. In terms of shipping, there's a whole bunch we haven't shipped yet. Deal with that a little bit later. And we are still missing a couple of things from the museum. But overall, we're doing all right. We are doing okay. Secret notes. We've only found 2, which is kind of crazy. But we need to go back to Skull Cavern at some point and do that. I'm really sad that we missed that day in the last stream because I found the gold the secret note that told me about the rabbit's foot guy, but we didn't get it. I'm also missing this, which I should get because that is just purchased from the dwarf, and that would complete my rare crow collection, giving me access to the better rare crow, or the better scarecrow, I should say. But with all that being said, I am going to leave the stream there. If you guys enjoyed, I appreciate you hanging out. Shout out to Haytown Chef for keeping me entertained with your chat messages. The rest of you, I appreciate you lurking on both Twitch and YouTube. If you haven't followed me on Twitch, go ahead and do that now. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, go ahead and do that now. Also, if you haven't liked the stream yet, please go ahead and do so. Also, we have a Discord. It's linked in the description. I don't know if you guys are on there, but you should be. So if you're not there, go ahead and join. But until next time, happy building, happy farming. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.